be a coal miner's daughter. Mm-mm-mm. And I'm living in the hills of Butcher Holler. We were poor, but we had love. That's one thing that Daddy made sure of. And often things have changed. And Butcher Holler. Hell, that's my little tribute to the first lady of country music, Loretta Lynn, that passed away. I know I think it's been a week or so, but I just had to uh, share my condolences to the family of, to the country music world and to the American society. Loretta Lynn. I think we those of us who don't listen to country music, maybe we watched the movie Coal Miner's Daughter. That's what I was really, that left a huge imprint. Loretta Lynn, I think she had like a 50-year, 60-year span of just, doing hits. And I was singing one of them, but if you ever check out the movie, I'm telling you, you're gonna like it. It's just good and country and funny. It talks about her life growing up with her and her husband Doolittle Lynn, or Oliver Lynn, but she called him Doolittle. And from the movie, I'm just coming from the movie, Coal Miner's Daughter. And again, I mentioned it as being the What's Love Got to Do with It for country music, before What's Love Got to Do with It, before that movie came out. And when I was thinking about that, when I watched the movie Coal Miner's Daughter, because I watched it, I know at least in double-digit times. Every time it comes on, I watch it because it's just a cool little movie to watch. But I noticed a lot of difference in the movie, or differences in the movie, right? Her and Doolittle started off young and country, broke and poor. Well, yeah, she did, and she met him. And just like in the movie What's Love Got to Do with It, Doolittle Lynn made her a star. Ike Turner made Tina a star and gave her start and put her on stage even when she's afraid to do it. Same parallel. He supported her. Doolittle Lynn put his money, his time, quit his job to push her because he said, Tino, what's up? Grand Rising. Because he said, he told her, I bought this guitar. She's like, what you buy this thing for? For, I guess, a birthday present or wedding gift. So you bought me a guitar? He said, yeah, I like it. I see when you sing with the children, and I'm proud of you when you sing. And she just started plucking and started learning the guitar and singing songs with her little daughters. And they tended to the garden and stuff. Just the parallel is the man that got these women started, right? And so they went through their whole little life in the movie, of course. Went through their whole little life, and he was a manager. He got her to superstardom, and they had their ups and downs, and it was funny how they handled a lot of stuff. And Doolittle was a little, as they call him, a little tomcat around there, getting it in outside the marriage. And she walked in. He kicked her out the house and everything. When she thought she was gonna sit around there and not cook and clean. He'd go on and work in the coal mines all day long, and she coming back just sitting on her ass. He's like, look now, we're gonna be doing all this. You need to do something. We need to figure something out. So she says to him, what, you leaving? He said, no, I ain't leaving, and shipped her ass back home. and so next thing you know, of course her parents find out that she's pregnant with their first little baby, blah, blah, blah. And she became friends with another, what we now know as a country legend, Patsy Cline. And so just check it out. Patsy Cline was crunk. Y'all need to read up on the story of Patsy Cline. It's all over YouTube. Just look up Patsy Cline's story. She was crunk. And she brought out the crunkness, a little crunkness out of Loretta. So she was that friend that you hate your wife or your girlfriend to have. But they jailed and it got into a little physical altercation, and she swung that purse and broke Doolittle's hand and she called Doolittle with the woman, and the really funny exchange in that backseat of that car. So y'all check that out. And but here's the difference. Doolittle cheated on his wife. He tried to lay hands on her a little bit, but somehow in that movie, Tommy Lee Jones and played Doolittle, and Sissy Spacek played Loretta Lynn, right? But something about that movie that still made Doolittle be all right. That in the eyes of his country audience and as a man, he was still able to kind of show out a little bit and still be looked at as, loving and caring and like a forgiving character. You know, they didn't go into all that brutality and the rotten gore of the relationship. Yeah, he cheated and he tried to lay hands on her and she got back with him, the way Tina did in a limousine with Ike. But let me tell y'all something. If black men, y'all understand the differences of how we're portrayed and how white men who do just as much or accused of doing almost similar things as relates to relationships, you have your eyes closed. Doolittle Lynn, he was no angel. Hell, he drank, and she was a little stay-home, sweet little mom, country mom, wife and stuff, and he did him. But still, he came out looking like, a pretty good man. Trying to help his wife and be there for her. And they had their struggles, but they was able to work it out and talk it out like civilized human beings. They argued, but they didn't, the brutality wasn't there. So the way they did Ike Turner, now Ike Turner made it possible for Tina Turner. Anybody who's blind to that, you're purposely being blind. He made her possible. But somehow the way they want to tell their story, and you got Judge Joe Brown to tell you that, the lie. Now, he's a king of rhythms and blues. He had his own blues band and all of that. Ike Turner knew music. He could write it, he could produce it, and he knew how to conduct the band. All that y'all saw on Ed Sullivan and all his old shows with Tina would show him, and I'm not saying that this happened, I'm just telling y'all the importance of images and how they purposely manipulate images to make somebody look a certain way, not just in a movie, but in society. The tales of two men, two husbands, two creators of women and their images. They took Ike Turner and took the worst part of their relationship and put it all on screen. Like they put it on there, Ike Turner beating up Tina all the time, and then he even raped her in the studio. What was the purpose of all of that? And I'm sure Doolittle Lynn was not just a perfect angel, but his wife didn't go around talking about how terrible he was and all that. And then they showed no difficulty in their relationship, Doolittle Lynn and Loretta Lynn. Lord, I just need something to do. So he stopped being her manager and went to work, started working in the garage, became a mechanic. He was good at fixing them cars. Now, how come they couldn't fix the Ike and Tina story similar to that, to not make Ike look like this, perpetual monster, as talented as he was, and how and he has such what's called ingenuity to create something that we revere as an icon of music, and that is Tina Turner. And to see how we strip the natural wonderfulness of black men, and while the other culture makes sure the greatness of white men continue. They continue to make them look good, even in what perceived as in their brutality. But we still today just talk crazy about Ike Turner, even though the stories have come out about how Tina was actually the damn fool in the relationship. Y'all understand? Go see the movie Coal Miner's Daughter, then juxtapose it to, compare it to Ike and Tina Turner. Then also, let's go to other movies. Let's go to Color Purple and all these movies to make sure that black men look like brutal rapists, women dogging out beings. And white men still get to have a saving grace. Even if they're a plantation owner in a movie, somehow this white men still get to come out and look like they get a saving grace. And we've bought into this. We bought into it so much that we're okay with going to movies and seeing black men totally erased or emasculated or feminized. That's the trickery that's been played on us. So go watch the movie Coal Miner's Daughter and go and smile and have your ups and downs and have a feel-good moment. Then go watch that butchered piece of shit called What's Love Got to Do with It, and see how the black male is treated like shit, and how the scholars been trying to teach us about how white supremacy works, and understand that the target of it all is the black male, and we're participating in it. We're so okay with the bad projection and presentation of the terrible images of black males that we go and watch shit like P-Valley and Lovecraft Country, where black men are bent over the desk getting, I'll just say, getting anally greased down. We're okay with that. That's not cool. Every time they present a black male image, it got to be something flawed. They present, they might have their flaw, but somehow they come out still in a forgiving state. And so I just need us to understand this. So anyway, shout out to Loretta Lynn. Thank you for your contribution to American music, to country music, because I've been a fan of country music forever. And you're a fool. There's nothing you've ever done that black men haven't, in some either directly or indirectly or even subconsciously made it possible for you. And you need to start becoming more protective of black boys and black men. You have the platform. They've given you all the spotlight. So use it to protect the black family and push the black male forward. Because every time we move forward, we always hold in your goddamn hand. All right. So anyway, y'all be cool. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back talking about some more stuff. I think I got about 2 more clients and I may have a break. Y'all be cool. And y'all know I still have my book out. The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. Conversation with Absent Biological Father Who Never Wanted to Be Found. It's only $10. This in the PDF format. Send the $10 to my $ Rico the Opinionist. It's on this Facebook page and my YouTube channel. Cash App. As soon as you send it, please send me an email address. I'll send it to you as soon as you grab it. What else? If you don't want to purchase the book, hey, just hit your boy up on the PayPal and the Cash App anyway. Hey, if you're cool with me, fool with me. Shout out to Raider J out of Memphis, Tennessee.